Hello, my beautiful rainbow people. Welcome to Camp Out for Freedom. Countdown 420. Day 14 to go. 14 days from now, I'm going to make my first attempt at the realization of Zion, the prophecy of Israel. And I am very hopeful that I will succeed. Now, really, realistically speaking, I actually only need enough people to show up to get in the news, national news. We have to make the national news or it's not going to work. Because once we get on our platform going, then others will follow. And the idea of Zion is to combine all of the various reasons why people are in the streets protesting, just put them all together. And as an American people, as one, we just simply go camping. We go on strike. We walk away from the corporations. We walk away from the police. We walk away from the government. We walk away from everything. Money, in particular. Because that's the one thing we don't have right now. So that's why we're going to go camp. Well, there's many reasons why we're going to go camping. Now, the basis for everything that I do is the Bible. The King James Version of the Bible, to be particular. I studied it for many years, as many Christians do. But I didn't do it from a Christian standpoint. I did it from a seeking soul, seeking God. And I found God. And I found the prophecy. And the prophecy says that a woman, fitting my description, will do a particular set of things that she's instructed to do by the prophecy. And she will stage this camp out, mimicking Moses and the Exodus from Egypt. Only her people are my beautiful rainbow people. People who do drugs, people who are poor, people who are brutalized by the police, people who are fed up with the corporate takeover of American politics, where the money goes to the rich and everybody else suffers. Well, those everybody else that suffers, I'm inviting all of you to join me in a exodus from America. You see, if we're in the streets in the cities, we're targets for the police, for the state. But if we are together in one place with our children and our elderly, then they cannot just get the little pockets of us that are all spread out everywhere and control us. Because once we're together as one people, they can't control us without doing violence. So I propose that we stage a Mahatma Gandhi type national strike. But we go camping instead of going into the streets where we can be brutalized as the Indians were. If we go camping, it will accomplish a multitude of things all at once. It will fulfill the parameters of the prophecy, actualizing the final step in the prophetic events, which is the return of God to mankind through the exodus of the American people from the corporate American state. That's all we have to do. If we gather to our tents as a nation, willing to completely walk away from corporate America and the police state, and give our faith to the aliens, the Bible, the God of our ancestors, then they will come and they will help us deal with COVID-19 and they will help us deal with the infrastructure of totally green technologies. And they will teach us their laws their morality, and they will teach our children everything they know. And if we are willing to abide by their universal law, then they are willing to allow us to enter the universal social order. I'm talking first contact here, people. If you want God to return to humanity, join me on 420 in York, Nebraska. Bring your family, pitch your tent in any available public space, and bring your sons. We want to be free. Stop police brutality. Corporations suck. The government needs to work for the people. Any cause that you have. If you are a QAnon believer and you believe that there are pedophiles who are sacrificing babies, well, then walk away. But I want to point out the fact that Epstein hung out with Trump, who is a Republican. And what's his name in Florida right now is under trafficking charges. He's a Republican. So if you're looking for pedophiles, look to your Republican Party, because that's where they are. That's my belief. That's my opinion. Okay? But even if that's what you believe, beings that I was a sexually abused child, I guarantee you that no child in Camp Zion will ever be molested without the laws of the camp coming into play, which would make the person, the perpetrator, would be expelled from the camp, never to return. If a man beats his wife in the camp, she is obligated to find a champion to beat the crap out of him. Turnabout is fair play in Zion. If you have in Zion, you give to those you need. Share and share alike, so that everybody has what they need. So that, because, okay, so many people have no homes. All they have is tents. So let's take all of those people out of the toxic environment of the city, where they have no chance of anything but eventual death. And let's pitch their tents in the open air, where the land can grow food that is healthy and wholesome and practically free. So let's take what little bit of money we actually have, buy for us the things that we need to camp, to plant a garden, and we will all go to one place together as the nation, the people of America. We'll just walk away from all the terrible things that nobody's doing anything about in this country, particularly and especially COVID-19 at this time. Because according to news reports, we are on the verge of another surge, thanks to Florida, Texas, and all the other states that think that they can open up and do things normally again when they can't. And all the people who refuse to vaccinate. Personally, I think you're stupid. Because I have a brother whose life was saved by vaccine. So I know they were. We can make COVID go the way of polio if we choose. Now, all the doctors tell us that the one place that COVID-19 cannot exist is in the open air. So if we all go camping, we can avoid the B117 surge that's on its way. And hopefully, we can convince the United States government to bring the vaccines to the camp and get our vaccines there. Or we can quarantine everybody who's not vaccinated sufficiently for them to recover so that they don't spread the disease. And we will provide them with everything they need in the meantime. We will take care of them. Because that's what people do. That's what we used to do here in America. If you want to make America great again, walk away from the atrocity that it has become. Stand with me as an American citizen and demand change. And if they refuse to change, then we'll just do as our ancestors did. And we'll go to the mountains and dig in. And they can go their merry corporate way with their brutal police force and all of the corporate moneyed people thinking that they're superior to us. We don't need them. With a few seeds, some vegetables from the produce aisle, enough canned goods to last a couple of months, we can go out, pitch a tent with everybody else who's suffering like we are. And we can stand united as American citizens and demand a true democratic America. Or we can follow the example of the Gray and create a better, more equitable, more manageable government that's sole purpose is to care for the needs of the people, every single person. And the wonderful thing about this whole thing is, in Camp Zion, you don't use money. Bring your money or your bank account information and we'll put all of it into one huge account. We'll take all of the little bits of our paychecks that we bring with us into this one pot. And we will go and we will purchase all of the things that we cannot make for ourselves. And then we will take the good earth, like every ancestor we've ever known or had, and we will use our good hands and our ingenuity, and we'll remaster America and truly make Zion great. Because America to me is a disgusting, dirty thing that needs to be done away with. But the prophecy of Israel, the foretold nation of Zion, is a beautiful dream that I want to make real. And we can make it real. All we have to do is go camping. All we have to do is trust in ourselves and each other. Decide that the protect the wealthy laws of the United States of America are crap. And we'll go back to our philosophy, our religious doctrines, our beliefs in morality. And we'll protect our young. We will protect our women. And we will dignify everyone in the camp by giving them a task to do, a job to perform, to give them the right to say, I belong here. This is mine because I made it. No one can take it from me. And it didn't cost a thing. Join me. It's like, I would love to have a utopia, yeah. That would be awesome. But I'm a realistic person. If you go to Potsmoker's Bible on YouTube, start at the beginning, and video view my entire book, you will see that I have given this many, many years of dedicated study and thought, research. And yes, I've gone crazy many, many times. But it has given me a dream of a place that is not perfect, but perfectly real, realistic, and based on the premise that human dignity and social justice can be had if we are all willing to take our part in it. So join me on 420 here in York, Nebraska to make Zion real. So may the Gray watch over you, guide you, protect you, keep you from all harm, and teach you right from wrong. May you be worthy of it. May your thoughts, words, and deeds reflect truth, good, and light the unicorn way. Find your joy and pursue it. Make that your guild choice when we get to Zion. Stay happy and high. If you use drugs, you have every right and reason to. Believe me, I know. I wrote 2 books about it and went to prison for it. I love you way too much to say goodbye. So I'm going to say later. See you in 14 days.